Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match review, which right off the bat I have to apologize for the audio quality in this and maybe even for the video quality. It's probably not the best. I'm not in my usual setup. I had to travel to do some work, so just ignore all of that for now and let's focus on the result for FC Barcelona against Real Mallorca. 1-0 win, which came with a lot of hard labor, a lot of disappointing performances, really, especially in the final third. Ilkay Gundogan missing a penalty in the first half, which I don't know why I didn't see it coming. I actually thought he was going to score because I think he's supposed to be good with those penalties, that is. Anywho, the moment that defined the match, of course, came from none other than Lamine Yamal with what was quite honestly a brilliant goal. It's been a while since a goal has had me just get up out of my seat because of not just quality but also just the timing of it. I dread to say who it reminds us of, but I think we all remember who, little Argentine with a wonder of a left foot. Anywho, the win for now moves Barcelona temporarily into second place, with Girona and Real Madrid yet to play. Of course, it means for now Barca, at least, they've done their part, as terrible as the performance might have been. And the reason why I thought it was so terrible for me has to do with just the amount of hesitancy that we were seeing in playing that final ball. There were so many opportunities when João Felix was in behind and he wasn't getting the ball played over the top. Same for Marc Guiu, he had got into some interesting positions, never received a cross, but we did finally see those balls getting played when Lewandowski was on the pitch. So I don't know if this is just one of those things where the midfielders and the defenders are all scared of trying to play that ball in behind for anyone who's not Lewandowski. I don't know. There was, of course, some bad news with injuries, as seems to be the case these days with Barcelona after just about every match. Both Raphinha and Lamine Yamal picked up some knocks here. Now, it's yet to be seen if that's going to keep them out of Tuesday's match against Napoli, which, yes, remember we have Napoli coming up. And, it remains to be seen whether or not that's going to affect the availability or the selection of either of them. I was happy to at least see Xavi experiment with putting Raphinha in midfield. Well, not experiment maybe, but take the risk of playing Raphinha in midfield as the interior, because I feel like having him and Lamine on the pitch at the same time could be a recipe for, some beautiful moments on the pitch. Raphinha could have easily have had a goal as well in this game, but his shot was blocked, well blocked by the Mallorca defense, I should put it. Then there's, of course, the guy who would have taken a serious beating from me if Barcelona didn't win this game. That happens to be Ilkay Gundogan. Now, honestly, I don't know what else to say here apart from maybe just that he's feeling tired. He's played so many minutes from the time that he was last benched, which is so long ago I don't even remember who he was benched against. He's been playing so much football and it's starting to affect his sharpness, I think, because we can talk about the penalty, of course, but then there was that other moment as well in the second half when Marc Guiu played him in with what was a pretty slick back heel, and he had the option of shooting on goal, and I just thought that he chose to go with the wrong kind of shot. He tried to go across the goalkeeper when all of the space seemed to have been just right in front of him. He could have just gone to the goalkeeper's right hand side rather than the goalkeeper's left hand side like he did. So it wasn't the best of matches really from Gundogan today. I felt like he held on to the ball way too long when he could have taken just 2 touches and moved the ball onto another opponent. Moved the ball onto another teammate. He was kind of dawdling on the ball a bit too long, and so many times he had the ball nicked off of him, or he had his options just shut out right in front of him because he was waiting a bit too long to make that pass. And then, funnily enough, in the moments when you felt like he should have held on to the ball a bit, he was choosing to play the ball quickly. So it's really it wasn't a good game from Gundogan. I know the stats aggregate sites like SofaScore or whatever will give him like a 7.5 or something like that. But honestly speaking, it was a bad showing for me, if you ask me anyway, from Ilkay Gundogan. Anywho, having said all of that, he continued to bemoan the fact that Barcelona's best players at the moment are a couple of teenagers in, Pau Cubarsi and Lamine Yamal, and it's really not a stretch to even say that. And in fact, talking about stretch, I mean, did you see that dive Lewandowski tried to sell? Honestly speaking, he was actually clean through on goal and he had a chance to shoot, but instead he literally just, took a big hop and fell to the ground. And like, at his age, at this level, should have been killing the game off. But also, I think honorable mention here to Vitor Roque, who he's not a left winger, but he had a lot of great moments on the ball, taking the ball from deep and driving the ball forwards. He was like our Frankie De Jong today, because De Jong always would take the ball from deep and drive forwards, and Vitor Roque kind of gave us that today, and I thought that was a good thing. Anyhow, I don't really have that much else to say. So that's basically that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, of course, and if this is your first time tuning in here, please do hit that like button and also hit subscribe. Usually the match reviews are different, to start with. I'm not in this kind of a setting. The audio quality is much better. There's usually like scrolling text going around the screen, and it's cool. It's awesome. We have negatives and positives as well, but we won't today. Okay, that'll be next time. So do tune in next time after the Napoli match. Hopefully, at that time I'm going to be back in my usual setup, and hopefully Barcelona is going to be able to win that one as well. But prior to this draw Napoli just had against Torino, they beat both Sassuolo and Juventus. So it's safe to say they've found some tactics and some form. So it's going to be squeaky bum time at the Olympic Stadium come Tuesday night. But until then, thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and Forza Barca.